Welcome to the Zebra Family channel. If you have not subscribed, please click the like button, share and subscribe. It's free. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are around the world. This is Zebra Family channel. Oh my God. I came across this video of two women talking about why white women are scared of black women. They are trying to explain everything as to why, how they were grown up, what they used to get on social media. So it made them to understand life in a different way. They seem to regret. But I've got a very big question to ask. Okay, let me say I've got this question to ask. Why is it children, when they are young, they don't see color within them? But once they grow up, they start to see color. Where does it start? Because when you look at young kids, you see them hugging, playing together. Nobody says one is white, one is black, one is brown, one is Indian, one is colored, one is whatever tribe you might mention. But when it gets to a certain age, they start to see the color. But what I like with those two women who are explaining this, they're trying to get out of the bubble of racism. We've got different opinions as to how they portray themselves now, but it is what it is. Because before, most women wouldn't come out and say such things because they would be afraid of their community or whatever tribe they belong to. But really, for these women to be brave and come to social media and talk about racism, it's something that we should applaud and understand that people are starting to see that they have been lied to. So, family, I've got nothing to say much. Let's listen to this woman and hear how they explain everything, how they get into the place where they are, what exactly they fear to black women.
I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I, and most women, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable, and it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness, I know that's not a word, than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face. I wanted to come on because yesterday evening I did a Zoom happy hour with a white lady from here, Melanie. Hey, Melanie! She had reached out to me after my video and said that she felt very much the same way, and she would love to have the opportunity to talk to me. And I said, sure. We talked a lot about, our experiences as white women, our experiences with black women, race, our communities, religion, all things, right? And one of the things that Melanie brought up that I think is an incredibly good point that I want to bring up is the difference in the sisterhood between white women and black women. she made the comment that she has a lot of black friends, and that she had noticed when she was in the company of a lot of black women that if like another black woman entered the room, that they would acknowledge each other, like, "Hey sis, I got you." Or if she was in a room where there's a lot of white people but another black person walked in, they'd be like, "Hey, I see you, girl." And that white women don't do that, and we don't. There is no sisterhood among white women as far as I'm concerned. And now before you all start fucking coming for me, all you white women, I'm just going to say, not every white woman for you, but that's been my experience. And again, maybe it's region, maybe it's, other things, but she lives in Massachusetts though, and I live in Georgia, and we have had the same experience. But white women don't do that, and I started thinking about why we don't do that, why we don't support each other and have that level of sisterhood that black women have. And honestly, I think a lot of it is that we're jealous of each other. I think that the patriarchy has, in this indoctrination that white women have undergone from white men, that we are stripped of all of our self-love and self-worth. And when you don't have any self-love and self-worth, it makes it very easy to be jealous of other people and intimidated by them, going back to my original post. And so, white women are not only intimidated and jealous of black women, but they're intimidated and jealous of other white women. And, there's just much more of this competition between white women. And that passive aggressiveness that I've talked about in other videos, and the other white lady talked about, how passive aggressive white women are to each other in their speech. And it's true. There's definitely a black sisterhood, and there's not one with white women.
I have a theory about why black women and white women are having such a hard time getting along, and it starts with a story. When I first started teaching, I was in a teacher training program with 3 other women. 2 of them were black and 1 of them was Indian, and we started teaching at the same school, the same grade, at the same time. One of these women, a black woman, completely excelled. She did so much better than I did at literally everything. Classroom management, her test scores were high. She was excellent at literally everything. And something about her excellence didn't sit right with me. I just didn't feel good about it, and I couldn't figure out why I didn't feel good about it. It was internalized racism, but I didn't know that yet. So I had to sit with this idea of her being better than me and trying to figure out why it didn't feel good and feel comfortable for me. And of course, at the time, I didn't know that I needed to do the work of anti-racism, so I didn't think it was possibly because I could have internalized racism. I had to do a lot of study and thought about myself and what could possibly be making me feel this way about this woman. And here's what I discovered. Most of the media that I had consumed up to that point in my life had white people as the central characters. And the shows and other media that I consumed that had white women at the central characters often had black women as the side characters. These black women's role in these movies was to assist the white women, support the white women, advise the white women, but never to rise above the white women. Even shows that were about black women, like The Help, had white women as the central character and the black women as supporting characters. So I internalized the idea that black women were there to support me and to advise me, but not to rise above or become better than me. And that's why when this black teacher was way better and more talented than me, I felt some kind of way about it. Now, I'd imagine lots and lots more white women have also internalized the same idea, and that's why they feel okay stealing black women's content and not giving them any credit, because the black women are just there to advise them anyway. But most black women are natural leaders. Society has forced them to become leaders. And so we need to step aside and let them lead, even if it means checking our privilege and letting them lead us.
Family, let's comment respectfully. And let's not forget to like, share, and subscribe so that we can grow the channel together. Let's hear your own views, what you think about what these white women are saying. Ngithanda nonke. Uthando oluka love. Oh, bravo, bravo family. Bravo.